Hello and welcome. My name is Katrina Pratt Roebuck, and I am the founder and CEO of Uplifme. And Uplifme is a national resource hub that posts information on social service events happening across the country that address the social determinants of health. We also highlight the great work of community-based organizations every day. So today I have with me Desiree Murphy Morissey, who is the founder and chief executive officer for Murphy's Giving Market that's located in Upper Darby. So Desiree, welcome and thank you for being here.
Thank you for having me today.
So Desiree, can you tell us a little bit about your work of the Murphy's Giving Market, please?
Yes, Murphy's Giving Market was founded and started at the height of the pandemic, at the very beginning of the pandemic, in order to support families in the community who did not have access to food. So these were working families, and these were also families who had suffered job loss or
Mm,
people that just were not able to locate work because
mm,
of the pandemic. I have been working in food insecurity for 18 years, and so many pantries had to close down because most of them are run by seniors. Most of them are
mm,
run in buildings, federal buildings, or churches, community centers who were not allowed to operate during the pandemic.
mm.
So, with the support of my family and friends, they encouraged me and helped me to start a free open air market in my backyard at my home. And we started out serving about 35 families each week, which quickly grew to over 100 families within the first year.
Wow. And so when you say serving folks, what type of food are you giving? Prepared food or fresh ingredients, boxed ingredients? Can you talk a little bit about what types of food you serve?
Sure, it's a food pantry, but we
Okay.
serve everything. So we
Okay.
serve everything that you would need. Anyone would need to live a healthy life. So we have canned goods for those people who prefer canned goods or who rely on canned goods for whatever reason. We also have fresh food and fruit and vegetables. We had still do have meat, bread, desserts, snacks. Anything you would find in a supermarket, we try to procure for our community members. So these are culturally relevant foods
Mhm.
because we live in a very diverse community, over 90 different languages and dialects spoken in Upper Darby. They call it Little New York. So we make sure that we have food for everyone that everyone can consume. And people are allowed to shop with a choice and a voice. So we're not giving out a prepackaged box. People can
Mhm.
come in and select what they need for their families.
That's amazing. And I appreciate that you met a need that was not being met during the pandemic. Can you talk a little bit about when you said that people can come and shop? Who is eligible to receive food from your giving market?
So there's different eligibility requirements. For
Okay.
certain foods, there's state and federal requirements. You have to be within the federal poverty guidelines. But then we also have food for families who are just like in that in-between gray area, who are
Mhm.
working families that just don't qualify. So anyone can shop at our market. It's just mostly geared to people who suffer food insecurity and impoverished.
Okay, so people can come and pick out any of the foods that they would like to have. Um, how many people would you say you serve roughly a week now, post-pandemic?
So post-pandemic, we serve over 300 families each week. And when we break that
Mhm.
down into numbers, that's almost 5,000 individuals a month that receive food services from us. And we're not just food. We take a holistic approach towards poverty and food insecurity. So we provide clothing. We
Mm.
backyard, we provide library books because the libraries were closed. We connect families to the health department and health agencies, health care agencies to provide health insurance. We connect families to housing resources, immigration resources, anything that they need that will help lift themselves out of poverty.
That's amazing. So you are acting as an access point to other social determinants and to resources and services. That's incredible work. Um,
Absolutely.
can you talk a little bit about something that folks may not know who know of Murphy's Giving Market? Can you talk a little bit about something that folks may not know that you would like them to know?
Murphy's recently opened up a mental health hub where we have people that can come for free or reduced cost mental health services. And
Mm,
we have multiple therapists to service everyone. But we also do have Black and Brown therapists, which Black and Brown therapists are hard to find, they're hard to come by,
mhm.
let alone for free or reduced costs. So we do offer those services as well. And also, I want people to know that they should not, we should remove all the stigmas
Mhm.
from being able to receive access and supports and services from organizations like Murphy's Giving Market.
Yeah, that's really important, the stigma, and I appreciate you bringing that up. I also heard you say that you help people that might be over the federal poverty limit, but still might need help. So I think that's really important for folks to know too. The fact that you have provided mental health services, I think is amazing. And so in terms of people, being eligible for mental health services, can they call directly or do they have to go through an assessment process that then makes the referrals to your market?
So yes, that information is on our website.
Okay.
You call the intake number and they will do a brief intake with you and then pair you with an organization or a therapist.
I appreciate that. And so a lot of times when we talk about the social determinants of health, a lot of folks think about physical health and they don't think about behavioral health. And I think people are more so now making the connection that people might have a variety of needs that also includes behavioral health. So I appreciate that you are doing that work. Can you talk a little bit about what you are looking forward to accomplishing in the next 12 months?
So we just got on started a new campaign to purchase our property. So we first got our property because we were in the backyard and we couldn't we didn't
Mhm.
qualify for grants and um other federal monies because we were in my home.
Mhm.
So we had, with the help of Phil Abundance and some very generous donors, we were gifted 2-year lease in our current facility. But the landlord's looking to sell, and we know how critical these services are for the people in the community, and we know how important it is to keep the resources exactly where they are so that people don't
Mhm.
have to travel for more and more
Mhm.
blocks to get their needs met.
That's
So
right.
we have a building campaign, and our hope is to purchase the building before the end of the year.
Well, that's wonderful. And I would certainly hope that we could help you with that goal. So, in thinking about that, how can folks make donations to your organization?
So we always accept volunteers. There is a screening process and a
Okay.
process to go through because we have to make sure that the people that are volunteering are in the right mindset and understand our mission and vision and our core
Mhm.
values and how we serve people. But, equally as important is funding. We need
Mhm.
funding to keep this going. When
Yeah.
we first started, we had no funding. It was all out of my pockets and me going into my
Mhm.
family's pockets. Now we're able to get some funding, but since the pandemic, people have scaled back a lot of the funding that and support that they're giving.
Yeah.
So we are really looking for people to help to provide funding, not just for the purchase of the building, but that's so we can keep this going. We all have incurred the higher cost of food. Food is
Mm.
astronomically priced these days. So it's
Yeah.
very important that we purchase those foods. Even though we purchase them at a wholesale rate, it's still really high for us. So an average month, we might spend $20,000 on food. So it's very important that we get support to be able to purchase the food for the community members that need it.
I am truly heartened by your work. I think it's incredible that you started this work out of your own pocket. You met a need that you saw that wasn't met, and you're helping folks in your community. And so I just want to say that I am very inspired by your work, and I really appreciate you spending time with us today to talk about your work. So thank you, Desiree. Thank you for being here.
Thank you so much, Katrina. I appreciate you allowing me to have this space to talk about Murphy's Giving Market.
Thanks. Take care.
You too.